because nowadays I'm watching a video, so I also want to talk to you.
Yeah, sure. And you can call me Minakshi. I'm fine with it. Okay, feel free to say it. Yes.
Thank you. Okay, so good afternoon. How are you?
I'm well. I'm exceptionally well. I'm doing great in these days. So thank you so much for asking, I would say. How about you? It's been so long.
Yes, I'm also good, exceptionally, and I also want to improve my English. I want to get better improvement. I know a little bit, but I want to get more improvement. That's why talking to people, it's a very inclination nowadays. So that's why I'm ready for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have seen your many videos. I would say you speak so well, and you are able to use many words from book. I think so, and I believe that you are an avid reader, right?
Yeah, you are right. Sometime earlier I used to read some of novels also.
Mm-hmm.
Nowadays I'm not reading because of my busy schedules. Because being a teacher, it's very difficult, to indulge yourself in multiple areas at the same time. So nowadays I'm not reading, but yeah, earlier I have it.
Okay. I think it takes a lot of time as I have experienced. I have been also reading books nowadays. Earlier I didn't read any book, okay? So I take almost 2.5 years, sorry, 2.5 hours for 30 to 35 pages. And I feel that I take a lot of time. Do you also feel like
Yeah,
this?
of course. I feel very tedious, if I start reading any novels, because the one story is about to 20 pages and 25 and 30 more than that. It's a quite tedious, it makes you quite irritating feeling towards. It's very difficult to complete the entire pages of that story. So that's why. And nowadays I'm getting engaged with multiple tasks. That's why I'm not able to finish every stories. That's why.
Okay. So I would like to know what aspects are you using to improve your English apart from reading books as we have talked about it.
Okay. So I believe like as much as if you talk to people, as better as improvement you are going to achieve very soon. So nowadays I'm focusing on practical activities of mine. Just talk to people, and in this situation I have to implement all the things what I have acquired. Okay. So that's why I believe like practical act will give you better outcome what you are expecting from yourself.
Right. Okay. That's great. So what book are you reading?
Nowadays, generally, actually, I have been going through some basic, story book like 5 class, 10 class, I mean 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Standard story books I have been through. Earlier I was reading novels, but nowadays I have been through such books, yeah.
So how conversing to with co-learners is helping you to improve your English?
Okay, it help us in multiple aspects, I would say. It's obvious things. If you are connecting with any person, they must have a lot of questions regarding any matters, right? They must give you the questions and topics. So now it's up to you the way you explain the things. This is the way you can add on the new vocabularies. You can utilize your idioms, phrasals in that topics. So this is the way you can improve yourself, because you couldn't expect getting the answer through other sites also, but at least you can try yourself.
Right. Nowadays, personally, I'm also feeling that because I have been also connecting with co-learners, and I feel that I'm much more confident nowadays, and I feel so positive about learning language too. And I feel that I'm boosting my confidence somewhere in this way. And I truly would like to suggest many learners, they should, I think, connect. They should approach with YouTubers. Maybe they are creating YouTube channel, and that would be really benefit them in their goals to achieve their goals. What do you say about it? Because many learners, I think, yes, whenever I get to connected with many co-learners, they often ask me that how should I create any YouTube channel. So I would always like to suggest them that yes, it can help them.
Okay. Yeah, you're right. Your suggestion is very, I think, imperative, I would say, for co-learners, because this is a called practical approach, whether you have been going through a lot of stuff regarding books and kinds of stories, or going through the lot of words, but without doing the practical activities on your day-to-day life, you couldn't achieve what you're expecting yourself. So it's very, obligation for you. I mean, obligatory for you to just do the practical act, and that's the right suggestion for the beginners, I would say.
Yes. Is there anyone, if you want to do something like you can do for?
Yeah, why not? I have a few topics I want to raise here. If you're
No,
now.
sorry, I'm saying that you are looking somewhere. I feel so there is someone
No, actually.
who wants to talk to you.
No, actually, the cat is there, so I just watching them.
Okay. All right. So, okay, what is the topic?
Yeah, topic is that I think in this time, the biggest weakness in human life, attachment. So, what is your opinion about attachment? It is a weakness for human being, or it is a curse for human being? What do you think? I mean, sorry.
Well,
Uh, I, it is good for the human, or it is a bad for the human? Yeah, that's it.
Okay. I also consider it a human tendency, I would say, and it is inherent in any, it can be inherent in any human. I feel so. But if you are completely attached with someone and you just think about that, if you are being insecure about that, someone will stage or something, like it could be anything, any object or any person. Okay, someone will or they will go away from you someday, and you feel insecure about it, then that is not good for you. But I feel so attachment or detachment can be learned. If you are wise about it, if you are mindful about it, how to deal with relationships, so I think the journey of life would be smooth for you. Because I am also attached with my son so much. I know whenever he will go to any college in his young days. So at that time, I think I need a strong heart to send him another city. So I feel I need to learn that detachment, and I have prepared my mind beforehand. So I feel that would be easy for me to send him in another city. So in this way, I think this is the small situation I have given you, but many people think about it. I think they are strongly attached with someone and they can, I think, learn about it, because if you are attached with someone strongly, that can really affect your life. That can really affect every aspect of your life. I have felt that. So I feel that learning detachment is also good.
Yeah, you're right. Well said. Attachment, I believe, like it is a bigness weakness for the human, I would say, because we are easily attached with anyone. They are near to us for a long time, and this is called emotionally. Emotionally we are attached with them, and after losing them, we feel devastated internally. Like we think, my God, how to live without them, right? Such kinds of feeling comes into you, and it bothering you, burning you all the time. Regarding the memories comes into your mind and bothering you a lot. It will never let you peace at any moment. That's a very, destructive, the things for the human. That's why I believe, like, do not attach with your mother even. Okay, because we don't know like who is there for how many times, how much times, so just, if you really want to be a stronger person in this world, so you have to be learn detachment, what you raised earlier. Learning detachment is also very imperative, I think, in this situation, because we all are very sensitive person, in our life, and especially we are emotionally connected with our family, right, easily. Right. And if you talk to any person for a long time, so you can easily attach with them. That's the human feeling, and we couldn't control it. So during, I have to learn detachment also, so that we can, deal with such kinds of unpredictable situation when someone get to leave from us, right, for any reasons. This is also very important, but sometimes, humans are not that much capable to do this, and they just take a, suicide and some kinds of things, very well, because they are very weak mentally. They couldn't endure the, losing somebody in life. So in this time, I would say the 90% are, attached very easily with anyone, and after that they take a very wrong decisions to ruin their entire life in second. So that's why I raised this topic. And as you mentioned, like detachment also we have to learn, so yeah, this is also very important. That's all.
Yes. That's why I told you that being mindful about it really important. If you are unable to be mindful about it, on your own, you can consult any counselor, I think. Because right now in this generation, we have that kind of knowledge. If we are unable to do with our capacity, so we can consult to a counselor, right? There are many people who can motivate you in this term.
Yeah, you're right. But what about those people who live in village and rural place? How they can reach any counselor? So they have to learn by self, such kinds of things. How to deal, such kinds of situations. Because I think 90% people are being taught through their own life situation, right? And
Yes,
I
exactly.
believe who comes from middle class family who has learned, I think, 90% lessons of life about every aspect of life. So there is no need of going there and finding any counselor. This counselor, is for them who lives in cities and urban, areas. They do not have enough time
Yes.
to focusing and deeply considering, yeah, how to solve these kinds of issues. So they can go. But what about those who comes from middle class family and poor background, right? So that's why I believe, like, do not infatuate towards any person in life, and just if you do not have any work, so try to create any goals in your life and focus on it. Could be the biggest cause of distract your attention from the best part of your life, and it will help you to focus on your real goal, which can give you the better outcome in future also. That's all.
Right. So, from my point of view, I would like to say I believe that actually, comparatively, villagers are less, I think, attached and less depressed than city people. Why? Because villagers don't use that much mobile phones. I think nowadays mobile phone using screen time all the time has also been a big, I think, issue for being depressed, and all the time I think they are watching such kind of videos. Because of that, they are unable to be mindful. I feel so. I'm like, I don't know about it, it's completely true or not, but I feel so. I have seen some villagers as well, where my village is, they don't use much mobile phones that much. And as I personally have experienced, when I use mobile phone throughout the day, by the end of the day I feel that I'm depressed and I feel anxiety. So if you feel anxiety, if you overthink about something, you are unable to be mindful about anything, right? And that is also true that villagers don't have such kind of access to consult any counselor. That is also true. Yes, this is
Yeah,
my point
yeah,
of
yeah,
view in
you're
this.
right.
Yeah,
And
I would like.
yes.
I would like to ask you something like regarding learning English. So I would like to know about you. Do you think that grammar is really important to improve your English?
Yeah, as far my opinion, like, grammar is very important to learn English, because grammar is the root of English, I would say. Through grammar, you are going to learn how to modify sentence with the correct form. So that's why grammar is very important. If somebody will tell us to learn, not learn, there's no need of learning grammars. Initially, it is also right. Initially, you have to learn how to make small sentence. After knowing how to construct any sentence in a easy way, then you can extend your level. Then you should start learning grammar, because grammar is used as a CR, I would say. So
Yeah.
initially it will help you to without going through the grammar, but later you have to learn it.
Okay, so I would like to know, have you given to grammar a particular time to learn the language, or you just learned grammar throughout while speaking English?
No, actually, initially when I started learning English, I couldn't focus on grammar. For I think 8 months, I couldn't focus on grammar, because I knew if I started focusing on grammar, so I would never, sustain my confidence level. Because while focusing on grammar all the time, you would be doubting on yourself, my sentence is going to correct or not. This doubt will never let you go flawless. That's why I knew already that time. So initially it's not a requirement, but
I
later
agree.
it becomes the responsibility.
Yes, yes, I agree. I also did the same thing. Initially, I never learned grammar, whatever I learned that in my school days. But when I started my language learning journey, I would say, because earlier we all have learned English as a subject. So the language journey started few years ago. And initially, I have never learned grammar particularly. within when I started speaking somewhat, then I started learning grammar. And I really feel that grammar, basic grammar, at least basic grammar, is really important to feel confident while speaking in English.
Yes, simply you have to
Right?
learn the tenses, you have to learn the prepositions, and yeah, that's enough. Passive active knowledge also must be there. That's enough. There is no need to go through the
Yes.
causative noun, assertive noun like that. These are not essential.
Yes. But I feel that modal verbs are really difficult to learn, as I also feel. And in state, like which kind of conditional, in conditional statements, I'm really, I didn't work on conditional statements till now, but I really want to work. What would you like to suggest me? How can I improve, or how can I learn those modal verbs and conditional statements?
I would say like a conditional sentence. It's like a puzzle, you can say, for everyone, because you couldn't remember every time. Like this way, I have to create the sentence. When we start using any conditional sentence, it's very difficult to focus. Using it as a language and just focusing on just describing your opinion in your own way, it would be very convenient for you. So conditional or such kinds, it's a good for the only preparations of any competitive exams. But in reality, when you are going to highlighting your opinions, manifesting your in that situation, there is no need of through any kinds of conditional statement. Okay. But having the knowledge about conditional sentence, it would be also good for you if you want to have the information. But it is not a necessity for the. Okay, there is no need of learning.
Okay, I need to work on it. Okay, so I think the video length is going to be. So would you like to increase it? Want to wrap up the session right here?
I think reach at least 30 minutes.
Okay, it's not been 30 minutes.
No, it's a 20 minutes.
Okay, okay, that's great. So, do you have any questions? So you can ask me. I don't have any question right now.
Okay, so let's talk about insecurity. What do you think?
Insecurity.
Yes. First, you give me your opinion. Like, what do you think about insecurity? Why every people are feeling insecure all?
Okay, let me think. When we something that is only ours, maybe it may be any object or any person. If I give an example of my child, if I will feel this is only my child and I have only the rights to say him everything and nobody is there to tell him anything or scold him. So that would be, I think, insecure. And I feel insecurity and selfishness is quite relatable with each other. If you are being so selfish, then you can be insecure. Selfish means if you are just thinking about yourself, that means you are being so centered person. Obsessed. You don't think about budget, which is called self-centered,
Self-obsessed.
or self. So if you are thinking just about yourself and not thinking even about your family member, so that is called, I think, insecure.
Okay.
What do you think?
You're right. You're right. But in my aspect also, I want to add and into it. Like insecurity comes when you are going to reach around 2020 plus, because where you are going to realize your responsibility, where you start considering about your future. In that situation, insecurity comes into you, because you are going to realize, oh my God, how longer I have to, stand upon my family, right? Depend on my family. One day I have to do something for my family, where your insecurity comes inside of you about your future. And during that period of time, you have to think more about all, and you will be wandering here and there just for settling your life, right? In this situation, insecurity comes, and in many of case, the some of them are losing their. In that situation also, they are feeling very insecure, because they all the time they think one is there for me, helping me. So now it's up to me what I have to do for my. So in some aspect, and the one security I want to tell about the girls, because after getting, they have to leave their family all, and they have to go on some, lefting all the things, all the comfort life and all things. They also feel very insecure. just because they think if I'm going to go other who will care for me like my mothers, who will understand me, these kinds of thoughts creates insecure feeling inside the girls also. So in some of aspect insecurity, yeah, that.
I also want to add one more because something I'm thinking. Self doubt can play a significant role to feel insecurity. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then you would think about something like some snatch something from you. Okay, so the insecurity comes. And yeah, it may be like if you are thinking about your career and go, then as well, if you are doubting on yourself, then definitely you will feel insecurity.
Yeah, you're right. Self doubt, it will never let you stand for yourself at any situation. It's the biggest disease of, the human's life, I would say. Never ever self, because self doubt will never set free you anytime. Even if you are talking to any new person about any matter in that situation, also you feel very, insecure. Like whatever I'm going to tell to these people, this would be the right for the time. Every time it will break your confidence level and let you think inferior about yourself. Self doubt,
Right.
it's a ruin your entire moment of it. So never ever,
Exactly.
never ever, self doubt on self, anyone.
Yes, yes. I have seen many of your videos and I absorbed one thing. You are so thoughtful person because these are small things relate to our life, and I think no mindful about these things. Although they know everything, but they are not very much mindful about it. So I would like to know: do you think such kind of things, or you read somewhere? Like, do you these things on your book, or you think it in your mind? Because I also think sometimes such kind.
No, actually, I do not read books regarding this kind. These are my experience, you can say, what I learned through. Because I'm an introvert person, I do not spend time with even single person outside. I stay at my home. I just focus on my goals, and I just do the conversation randomly with the people. I love to read humans. Like I can see you and I can read you like you're very sensitive one, very sensitive and very fragile through the heart. So some of things I can guess easily to the person by reading, and I believe these are called match. It comes after reaching a certain age of your life, and if you're struggling into your life a lot through the multiple areas, so the life has taught you the biggest lessons, I think. So I was being taught through my life that.
Right. Yes, I'm a sensitive person. And mature, I don't know. Sometimes I do some weird kind of thing, and also I talk like something immature. I would say my husband says like that.
Yeah, it's an obvious thing. Like they are those people, who are very sensitive. So they do the kinds of childhood activities, childish activities, and
Childish activity.
yeah, because of they are very emotional and very sensitive. In some aspect, they are not able to deal with that. It happens usually, and that's why we are being judged. It happens with
Yes.
me
Yes.
also many.
I completely agree. And would like to say one more thing. Earlier we connected, and that time I was not feeling much more confident. But right now I'm very much confident while talking to you. And you remembered, I think, that thing you told me about one topic. I told you that I am unable to talk on any topic because I don't feel much confident. So right now in this conversation, whatever you said, that already ready to talk about it. So I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah, I'm really glad after, because I remember, I think 1 year back, I think we had a conversation one time. I
It's
remember.
been 1 year.
Yes, and you do not believe, like that video is still existence in my phone, and I couldn't upload.
You didn't upload that? Okay, all right.
Yeah,
Because I told you that I don't want to talk on any.
maybe maybe that's why I couldn't upload. But like soon I will release that video also. But before that, yeah, first I will upload this one, and later.
I think you should upload that video first because I was not very much confident on that, and right now I can feel in this video I'm much more confident. So if you want, you can mix those videos. Like you can, if you can also see some changes in myself, so I would like to give you one suggestion. You can mix those videos, like my confidence earlier and right now. So like
Okay,
this,
why
if you
not?
think about it, like
And one suggestion I want to give, like generally
yeah,
whenever I ask to anyone, now, do you have any topic? 90% people always say to me, I do not have any topic. If you have, you can raise here. It happens you always think about the other topic, but I believe like each people have a lot of topic regarding their life issues. We can raise anytime. Just like me, I do not even since I started learning English, I doing conversation. I know I have a lot of issues in our life. We can raise any one of them, and people are quite habitual of discussing about such kinds of very deeply, and this is the way you can improve yourself. That's why. So whenever you want to discuss, just discuss relevant topic that will help us.
yeah, definitely that will help.
Okay, so I think now we have done, I think 30 minutes. I'm really happy to connect with you, and today
You can
are
call me with.
okay. Okay, and today you signing, I would say very confident you look. So I'm really happy. Be continue and always
Yeah.
happy.
Thank you so much. I would wish you keep learning. Okay, bye bye.
Yeah.